Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I've just got a question from Facebook, and it is from Sofian, and he asks how to naturally give out positive energy and receive it in return in society with many people. So he's in a roundabout way just asking how do I receive and give off positive energy? And I think it's a really good question, and I told him that when he asked the question. And to me, it's quite simple. It's pretty much all to do with your frame of mind, right? Now, if your frame of mind is that everyone's an enemy, right? Every corner that you go around, there's going to be someone who's trying to hurt you or attack you or whatever it is, then that's your frame of mind, and that's how you're going to approach people. So the reality of the people doesn't matter. They could be the friendliest person on the planet, they could be a saint, they could be an enemy, or they could be anything in between. But because of your frame of mind, you've seen everyone as an enemy. So how are you going to react? You're probably going to be very standoffish, very cautious of people, and not really all that open or receptive to anything that's good. So again, I always refer to my other videos, because all of these things that you guys are asking and that I'm talking about all tie together. Self-love, being unfiltered, being vulnerable, this and that. If you've got a really bad frame, that's going to mean you're not unfiltered, right? You're actually the exact opposite. You're completely neurotic. You're not vulnerable, right? You're very, very guarded, very almost calcified, very, just guarded. Kind of like stony, cold. And you probably don't have much self-love, right? It's hard to really take stock and appreciate yourself if you're spending every waking moment wondering if you're going to be attacked or stabbed or exploited or manipulated. So if that's your frame of mind, when people approach you, I could be friendly, I could be really cool and chilled out, right? But if you view me as an enemy, that friendliness that I as a stranger am offering to you is completely pointless. It doesn't get through because you're closed off to that. So your frame, your negativity is looking for negativity, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because you're negative, you only see negativity, right? You've filtered out all the positivity, and two, you're only going to attract negativity because the positive people aren't going to be able to get through to you. So that's kind of the negative spin, but what if we turn this the other way? Now, you talked about receiving and giving off positive energy. Now, I think it's very important before I go deep into this to say that when you're trying to give off or receive positive energy, it shouldn't be a transaction. It shouldn't be, I do something good, and then you kind of have your hands out here going, hey, I've done something good. Why isn't something good happening to me, right? It doesn't work, well, it sometimes works like that, but you should absolutely not view it like that, right? Like good energy, goodness, it's not a currency to be traded, right? You do it because that's how you feel, and come what may, right? Because if you see it as transactional, you're seeing it as outcome-based. You're seeing it as, okay, I do a good thing and I get a good thing back, which isn't how it works in reality, right? I'm chilled out and I'm good to everyone until they prove that, it's pointless, that they're just gonna be destructive, right? But there's plenty of times I've been completely open, completely authentic, completely friendly, and someone's just thrown it in my face, right? And if you come at this with the view that, hey, I'm gonna do something good, and something good's gonna happen to me, you're gonna butt heads with reality when you meet not even necessarily a shitty person, just someone who's like even insecure, or they're in a rough patch, or they're having a shitty day, right? You're gonna butt heads with that and realize that, hey, this doesn't really work. So I preface my point with that, and I'd say, I've given you that negative example, but the positive example is, as naive as it sounds, assume everyone is good, right? And that's genuinely my view. I view people as genuinely good. I just feel that they're misled or wrapped up within layers of bullshit thinking. I think most people are genuinely good and have good intentions, but it's sometimes it's just tied up in a lot of bullshit, right? So I think that's the first step. fundamentally view people as good and give them the chance to be them, and offer them the chance to be good, right? Don't be judgmental. Don't pull any punches, because you'll probably end up writing people off before you even give them a chance. And if you do that, then you're not giving people the opportunity to open up to you. So therefore, you're not giving them the opportunity to give you any positive energy, right? And if you're, like I said with negativity, if you have a negative filter, you're filtering out all the good stuff. But I wouldn't say with positivity, you necessarily filter out the negative stuff. It's just kind of like, sure, whatever, right? You're not outcome based. You're not doing a good thing. You're not being nice or kind or friendly or pleasant so you can get something. You're doing it because that's your inner state. You're relaxed, you're calm, you're okay with yourself, and it reflects in your body language. And there will be negativity. It doesn't filter out. I wouldn't say like I'm like beaming, like, walking on cloud 9 all the time. I'm like, yeah, there's no negativity in the world. No, there's some shitty people and there's some shitty stuff going on in the world. But if it comes my way, I'm like, okay, sure. I did my part, right? I was a decent human being, and that's all I can really do, right? You can't be responsible for other people's inner states, right? You can't. It's like you have no idea what someone's gone through that day. Their grandfather could have died, or they could have just gotten mugged or assaulted, or they could have just had like 6 shitty months in work. You don't know. So if someone is like biting your head off, it's not so much about you, right? Don't internalize someone else's mental state, which is something that a lot of people do in a myriad of situations. So those are my thoughts on the matter, right? Try to be less judgmental, right? Try to pull less punches, and don't do good things expecting something from other people. Do it because you feel it's the best course of action, because you're relaxed, because your life is good and you want other people to feel good. Do it for that. Don't do it because you're trying to get something from people, because it's just a yuck place. It's not good. It's low value, and it's not going to get you what you want. So Safian, thanks so much for the question. I hope you're doing all right, and take care, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See ya. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Check out these other videos if you enjoyed this one, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content every Tuesday and Friday. Thanks. See ya.